I'm here. No, it's 5:30. Shut the curtain. Tick. Open up the door. Just crack it. Get some air in here. Get some air. Get some air. I know somebody says air. Get some air in here. Okay, so this is number 98 YouTube live yoga routine. And Sunday, today's Friday. So Sunday will be 100. And on the 100th day, I'm going to maybe change things up. I'll still do yoga, but I might change things up for 100 days. Oh, this will be 101 days. Unless I stop at 199. Anyways. So to begin this yoga session today, I want to share a quote that I was reading this morning. And it's from C.S. Lewis. And I took a class, I think probably, probably about 20 years ago, called The Philosophy of C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. I believe the Philosophy of Myth from C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. Something like that. Myth in using the word as stories, not myth like it's fake. And I remember C.S. Lewis being an atheist, and then his friend Tolkien talked to him, and C.S. Lewis came to the conclusion that he's not an atheist anymore. Something like that. It was over 20 years ago, so I forget. So this quote, I was reading C.S. Lewis quotes, and I came across this quote. And how I understand this quote is that the depth of the quote, the essence of the quote, is perception and how we see the world and how the lenses that we use to see the world, which begin in us. The lens is just the lens, but what we see and feel here is how we're going to see this lens. That's the depth. It's deeper than what he's saying here, and I'll explain it after I read the quote. So the quote is this, from C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is saying this: I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen. Not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else. So Christianity, his interpretation of Christianity, is what he sees everything else through. So that's his lens. Now, the depth of this quote is that for him, it began, because he's passed away since, but it began from within. So how we interpret something, and this is my opinion, how we interpret something comes from within. So let's say the Bible. Just take the Bible, for example, the New Testament. If you have negativity in your mind, you're going to interpret the Bible in a negative light. If you have positivity in your mind, you're going to interpret it in a positive light. Interpretation is on the interpreter. And then through that lens of your interpretation is how you color the world, how you see the world. So you could do that through the Quran, same thing. If you have negative mindset, you're going to interpret the Quran in a negative light. And if you have a positive mindset, you're going to interpret the Quran in a positive light. And so on and so forth. Not just Christianity or through Islam. I always use Islam and Christianity because those are the religions I basically know in their religious texts. I also know yoga, but yoga is tricky because it's more open. One truth, many paths. So with that said, you can say, hey, Charlie, that's a bunch of crap. I don't believe that. Like a gnat in here. And that's fine too, because that is how you see things. And it's perfectly okay. So today we're going to continue to do what we've been doing, which is beginning in easy pose, focusing on our breathing, thinking of nothing else but our breathing, and letting the easy pose and the movements within the easy pose become a form of a moving meditation. And it's very important, and I like this subtle routine, these subtle movements, because in today's world, we forget to be aware of the subtlenesses. I know that's not a word, but that's around us. And it's very important to focus on that. Gain this mindset on the yoga mat. Gain this mindset on the yoga mat and take this mindset out into the real world, the so-called real world, and notice the subtle things in your daily life. So we're going to begin in easy pose, do these movements, and then we'll go to mountain pose and do 2 sun salutations, and then end in mountain pose. So let's go ahead and begin. Now with the easy pose, it's the modification of the lotus, and you're just focusing on the breathing. Technically, you can have your hands to your knees or any lap. But if this is too much, say your back gets fatigued, just lean back. It's okay. This is where you are. If you need to bring one leg up because it's too much, do that. Even if you commit to, say, the easy pose, I'm going to do the easy pose, or say you commit to the lotus pose, and then you feel like, man, I need to come out of it. Listen to your body. Be your own guru. Don't think, hey, that becomes judgment. And that becomes like, man, I need to do that. Let go of that mindset, because that mindset prevents the mind and body to become one. And when the mind and body is one, that is yoga. And that's what we're doing. So listen to the body and just accept. So the back is straight, if you can, or straight as you can get it. Hands are in front, to your knees or in your lap, or maybe you're leaning against the wall. Just focus on the breathing. Now here, you're just watching yourself breathe. We're just beginning, so you're going to watch yourself breathe. You're already breathing automatically, so you're just watching it, letting go of the mindset of control. So it's very natural to bring your focus to the breathing, and then instead of watching it, you start controlling it. Let go, let go, let go, and just watch yourself breathe. And you do that by focusing on the belly. As you inhale, the belly swells with air, and then when you exhale, the belly goes in. Focus on that. Or bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. I hear my dog. That's not my dog. I hear the dog down a few houses down. He is 7 minutes early. His owner probably had to go to work early or something. Now you're going to tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder, back stays straight or straight as you can get it. Left shoulders down, shoulders are level. You just focused on the breathing. Now when you're focusing on the breathing, that heightens your awareness and makes you aware of the stretch on the left side of the neck. Makes you aware of what's going on in the body. So maybe you have an issue or a so-called issue in your lower back, which I do. I have an issue right here. Well, it's from my spine, actually. I'm aware of it, but I'm not focused on it. And that's a mindset that you're gaining. Don't focus on the issues or the problems. Just be aware of them. I'm going to take the right hand, place it to the side of the head. Let the weight of the arm bring the head down. So you relax the arm, pulls the head down, keep the left shoulder down. You're not pulling yourself down, but if you are, that's okay too. Try not to, but if you are, try not to pull too much. And just let the body go where the body goes. and accept and focus on the breathing. Go ahead and release, hands back to center, tilt the head to the left ear is to the left shoulder, right shoulder's down, back is straight, shoulders are level. Focus on the breathing, heightens your awareness, lets you know what's going on in the body, lets you become aware of the stretch in the right side of the neck, and just be aware of it. Don't focus on it. Focus on the breathing. Bring the left hand to the side of the head. Relax the arm. Let the head go down. Keep the right shoulder down, shoulders level or level as you can get them. Just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Go ahead and release. Back to center. You're going to tilt the head back. You're not jarring the head back. The head is going up. The chin is going up. Feeling the stretch in the front of the neck. But you're focused on the breathing. You're not focused on the stretch. You're just aware of the stretch. Take the knuckles, place them under the chin, pushing up. And go ahead and release. The chin drop down to the chest. Keep the back straight. It's natural to roll the back. Try to keep the back as straight as you can. Chins to the chest. Awareness is on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Again, that heightens your awareness. Makes you aware of the stretch in the back of the neck. Makes you aware of maybe fatigue in the upper back or the lower back. Maybe it makes you aware of an issue or a so-called issue you have in your knee. Because you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. Just aware of that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't go ahead and release. So lock the fingers, interlace the fingers. And the palms go to the head, back of the head. Relax the arms. Let the weight of the arms, because they're relaxed, they become heavy. Let the weight of the arms bring the head down. And let the body go where the body goes. Just accept it. Focus on the breathing. And go ahead and release. Head back to center. Back is straight. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back down and around. The shoulders are going up. You're inhaling. As the shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling. Make sure the movement is linking up with the breathing. That allows the movement to become the form of a moving meditation. Then the shoulders go up to the ears, go ahead and reverse. Exhale as the shoulders go down. Inhale as they go up. Focusing on the breathing. Make you aware of the movement. Make you aware of what's going on. Just focus on the breathing. Very subtle movement, but extremely important. And then the shoulders go to the ears. Bring shoulders to the center. And then trunk rotations. Drop down to the right, down and around. When you're going down, you're reaching out. The back is straight, and you're exhaling. The trunk comes up, you're inhaling. Again, you're linking this movement with the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. But that focus heightens your awareness, lets you know what's going on in the lower back, lets you know what's being stretched. You're aware of that stress. You're aware of that stress. You're aware of that stretch and what's being stretched. And when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. And it makes you aware of the movement. So the movements are not just movements anymore. It's a moving meditation because you're focused on the breathing. You're heightened. Your awareness is heightened. And then when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Now you're going to do half spinal twist. So left hand is on the right knee, right arm goes up, pull yourself up, then you twist, palm goes to the floor, it's on the back, arm is straight, that's against the back, and the head is twisting. Make sure you're twisting the head. It's very natural just to do this. But you want to get that twist with the head. You're letting yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air. It pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, you go back into the pose. It's a subtle movement. You let it happen. You're aware of it, but you're not focused on it. You're focusing on the breathing. And this is where we're learning the mindset or gaining the mindset of being aware of subtleness. And then go ahead and release, back to center. And then right hand is on the left knee, left arm goes up, pull yourself up. So think of the spine, pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, center the back, arm is straight and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting. You're focusing on the breathing. Again, make sure the head is twisting. It's very natural to have the head like this. At least for me it is. Just make sure the head is twisting and you're focusing on the breathing. Again, when you inhale, the belly swells with air. It pushes you out of the pose. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. Be aware of that subtle movement. Focus on the breathing. Go ahead and release back to center. Again, if you committed to, say, lotus or easy pose and you're getting uncomfortable, listen to the body. Just because you commit doesn't mean you have to stay in it the entire time. Maybe after 5 minutes you're getting uncomfortable. Listen to the body and adjust yourself. You're learning to listen to your body, learning to listen to yourself. This is a mindset, and then eventually you're out in the so-called real world and you listen to yourself, not others. I mean, maybe take their advice, but you always learn to listen to yourself. You're your own guru. So the back is straight or as straight as you can get it. You're just watching yourself breathe. Remember, you're already breathing. And you're just watching it. Not controlling it, you're watching it. So you're focused on the belly going in and out, the nose, the air goes in and out. And just watch it. What happens eventually, you realize that you're the watcher. You're not the control, capital C, or the controller. You're not your thoughts. You're just the observer, the watcher. Now we're going to go to mountain pose, and we're going to do the 2 sun salutations. Pillow. Got this pillow, $5. I think it was $5 on Goodwill years ago. It was half off Saturday. Every other Saturday where I'm at Goodwill is half off. I know, nobody cares. But I do. Maybe it's this Saturday, tomorrow. I haven't been to Goodwill for a while. So. And I got this mat. I think this mat was $3. Maybe it was $5. Goodwill. So somebody gave up on yoga. Man, forget yoga. Do the mat. Or somebody accidentally threw it in the back of their car and took it to Goodwill. Mine now? Actually, it's my wife's. She don't use it. So feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. So no tension in the shoulders or the arms. And you feel yourself being elongated. So think of a thread, top of the head, pulling yourself up. But at the same time, it's lining up the bones of your skeleton. So you're letting the skeleton stand as if you were just your skeleton and nothing else. So everyone's going to look different. Don't think, hey, I need to stand like this or that. No. Let go of that mindset and just let the body stand how it stands. Again, that's judgment. That's control. Let go of that mindset. That mindset is a barrier that doesn't allow the mind and body to connect as one. And that's not what we're doing. Yoga is when the mind and body is one. So no matter how you think you should look, if your mind and body is one, you're doing yoga. The palms together. Thumbs go to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves. Elbows into the sides of the legs. Foreheads go into the knees. And you're pulling yourself in and down, but you're only pulling yourself right to the spot you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot. Settle there and accept it. And focus on the breathing. So maybe you're up like this. Maybe you're just doing this. Because that's all you feel like you should do or could do. That's fine. That's where you are. That's who you are. Accept it. And maybe you're doing it perfectly. All the way in. Still, let go of that mindset. Still judgment. That's not the type of yoga that we're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what we're doing. We're learning a mindset. We're obtaining a mindset on the yoga mat. The palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back. Knees to the floor. Hips are square and then pushing forward diagonally. Back is arched. Maybe straight. If the back is arched, you're pushing. It's a scoop. That's a Pilates term, but it's a scoop, sort of. And if the back is straight, you're elongating the back. So you're stretching out. And make sure the front knee is not over the toes, to your paws, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're up like this. Wherever you are, you settle, accept, and then focus. Focus on the breathing. Nothing else but the breathing. Now we're going to go to high lunge. We're not going to stay in high lunge. We're just using it as a transition pose. So the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, knee is straight, as straight as you can get it. Then move into the downward dog. The downward dog, the arms are straight, the legs are straight. Tailbones go to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. No tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. And you are pushing into this pose. But you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Making nothing else but the breathing. Now you're going to slide into the upper dog or modify it how you have to. So you drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. And then if you want to modify it, you do the small cobra. Small cobra, chest is off the floor. Of course, the head is off the floor. And there's no pressure on the palms. Now, hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're using the back muscles, which are pull muscles. So you're pulling yourself up, or just go to hands and knees. Or do the upper dog and modify it. Or do it perfectly, or so-called perfectly. But once you're settled, you let go of all that thinking and just watch yourself breathe. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, the heels are towards the floor. And you're pushing into it, accepting where you are, and focused on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And bring the left foot up, between the hands, into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square and they're pushing forward diagonally. Back is arched or maybe straight. Again, if the back is arched, you're doing a scoop. So you're pushing forward, this is your head. So you're pushing forward, and if the back is straight, you're elongating. So you're reaching out. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes, and this, lengthen up some. And you're to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're leaning like this. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are is where you are. You accept it. Essentially, we're learning the mindset of acceptance. Accept who you are, where you are. Okay. It's okay. With the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. So here for a second or so, then move into the standing forward bend, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Here, your belly is being constricted. But when you inhale, the belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, the belly goes in, and you go back into the pose. You're aware of that subtle movement. You're not focused on it. You're focusing on the breathing, but it heightens your awareness, makes you aware of that subtle movement. Maybe it makes you aware of the stretch in the back of the legs or the back, but you're not focused on that stuff. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, then exhale. Then one more sensation. Inhale. We'll move a little bit faster here. Then exhale, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a little lunge, opening up. So even if you feel like, man, I'm not opening up, if you're opening up for yourself, you're opening up. Opening up is the mindset. So you're opened. You just focus on the breathing. And you move into the high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it. And upward dog, or modify it how you have to. And downward dog, pushing into it. And left foot is up between the hands. Again, opening up. The itch on the arm. Again, if you're opening up, no matter if you feel like, man, I'm not opening up too much, let go of that mindset. That's not what we're doing. Opening up is a mindset, right? And then high lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, and then exhale. And then the mountain pose. And with mountain pose, again, toes are up, spread the toes, Then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. So you're finding that spot where your skeleton is just standing. And just watch yourself breathe. Again, focus on watching yourself breathe. You're already breathing, so when you watch it, you're not controlling it. Letting go of the mindset of control and just watch it. We're going to stay here just a little bit longer. So again, just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Namaste. That's it. So that's number 98, YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.